You have sparkling.
Hey everyone! Exciting news as Mike Tyson has just dropped some fresh sparring footage ahead of his highly anticipated match against YouTuber-turned-boxer JakePaul next month. Jake's response to the clip seems to suggest that the pressure is getting to him as the countdown to their showdown heats up. Both fighters are now in the final phase of their training camps, meticulously honing every detail for the big night. This epic clash is set for November 15th at the tate Arena in Arlington, Texas. However, there have been concerns swirling around Tyson's health as he gears up for this fight, especially given the 31-year age gap between him and his opponent. Many fans believe this will lead to a straightforward victory for Jake, particularly after Tyson had to withdraw from their originally scheduled bout earlier this year due to a flare-up of ulcers. Tyson last fought professionally in 2005 against Irish fighter Kevin McBride, but made a comeback 4 years ago for an exhibition match against another legend, Roy Jones Jr. In his prime, the now 58-year-old Tyson was a force to be reckoned with, earning his place among the greatest heavyweights in boxing history. While JakePaul ramps up his social media game leading up to the fight, Tyson has taken a more low-key approach to his training. Recently, though, he's begun sharing glimpses of his preparations. In a recent Instagram post, he showcased a video of himself pounding the heavy bag, followed by highlights from his sparring sessions, captioning it with, "Oh, I can't wait for November 15th. I'm charging right through you." Skeptics have questioned whether Tyson is fully committed to the fight, especially after a surprising admission during an interview with Jimmy Kimmel. The 58-year-old boxer revealed he's training 6 hours a day, starting at 11 a.m. and leaving the gym around 5 p.m. Kimmel was taken aback, jokingly asking if that was all straight through, or if there was a lunch break, to which Tyson admitted there's a small break. In boxing, threats are common, but when they come from Mike Tyson, they pack a serious punch. JakePaul certainly seems to understand this, especially after Tyson delivered a chilling message on social media just yesterday. With their highly anticipated face-off looming in less than a month, mark your calendars for a night of intense action on November 15th at T Stadium. Tyson's recent training footage showcases his powerful punches and agile movements, setting the stage for what promises to be an unforgettable showdown. Just one day after Mike Tyson released his sparring footage, JakePaul reacted with surprise and a hint of panic. The clip clearly caught him off guard, and he took to his Instagram story, posting a flurry of shocked emojis to express his bewilderment. But he wasn't the only one reacting. Celebrities, Tyson's daughter, and his business partner also weighed in, generating a buzz around the footage. Among the voices chiming in was martial artist and actor Chuck Norris, who praised Tyson's impressive form at 58, remarking, "Looking
Nice left hook. Up.
Was good for today.
Yeah.
I truly
You
did.
sure?
Yeah, me
Yes.
too.
You fucking sure?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. You sure?
Yeah.
With me, it's all
Yes.
right?
Let's do this.
You did great.
We're done.
We're gonna do it.
You sure?
Yes. Chris.
I got a lot in me. Work, boy. Let's get started.
sharp Mike." Tyson 2.0, the brand representing Tyson, also made a bold prediction on Instagram saying, "Ooh, that boy Jake is going to sleep. Perhaps Paul might want to stock up on Tyson 2.0 gear to cope with a potential loss." Alon Tyson, Mike's daughter, shared her insights on her father's seriousness about the upcoming fight, while Adam Wills, CEO of Karma Holdco and Tyson's business partner, expressed confidence in Tyson's readiness. "Locked in and ready," he wrote. Meanwhile, JakePaul's scent business took a cheeky jab, questioning what Tyson smells like, suggesting he clearly exudes success and strength. As Tyson amps up his training, he's issued a fierce warning to Paul, promising a knockout punch. Despite concerns about his age, Tyson is resolute and prepared. He has candidly shared that he's faced challenges, even struggling to walk after tough sparring sessions, yet remains confident in his ability to deliver a powerful blow to Paul. With the pre-fight banter heating up, both fighters are exchanging verbal jabs. Tyson even shared a quirky video on X, formerly Twitter, featuring inflatable versions of himself and Paul, where his inflatable self declared, "I can put this little YouTuber to sleep." Paul quickly shot back, promising to put Rusty Iron Mike to sleep live on Netflix. As the fight date approaches, Paul has been diligently studying Tyson's past fights, convinced that Tyson will try to corner him against the ropes to unleash strikes from all angles. Paul believes his strategy will involve boxing from the outside, using his footwork to stay agile and lure Tyson into traps. Despite the age gap, both Tyson's former rivals, Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, are backing him to win. Holyfield, who has mended fences with Tyson after their infamous bouts, is confident Tyson can reclaim victory in this matchup. He emphasized that Paul must stay close to Tyson to have a chance, warning that if he keeps his distance, he risks getting knocked out. The fight is expected to be a clash of youth versus experience, with Paul having gained significant attention for his social media fame rather than his boxing skills. Yet he comes into this bout with renewed confidence after a recent win against Mike Perry. Larry Holmes, another boxing legend who faced Tyson, believes that Tyson's relentless approach and ability to absorb punishment will be key factors. He noted that if Paul tries to trade punches, he risks losing. Tyson's comeback isn't just about the financial incentives, though he and Paul stand to share an $80 million payout, but about challenging himself and reigniting his competitive spirit. He recently declared, "I want to expose myself to risk. I want to see what I'm really made of." As the fight draws closer, Paul has been capturing attention with impressive training videos, showcasing his knockout power as he steps into the heavyweight division. This matchup promises to be a thrilling encounter as both fighters prepare to face off on November 15th. JakePaul is honing his skills, determined to outmaneuver the formidable Mike Tyson, whose legendary knockout power remains as lethal as ever. As the eagerly awaited bout approaches, Paul is confident he can take down the 58-year-old champion. After a recent sparring session where he dropped his partner, Paul warned, "Don't charge at me, Tyson." There were hopes that Texas regulators would closely monitor Tyson in the lead up to their match next month. However, reports from World Boxing News indicate that Tyson will only undergo evaluation on the day of the fight. This raises the possibility of a last-minute cancellation or a shift from a professional bout to an exhibition. Despite these concerns, Tyson is steadfast in his belief that the fight will proceed, asserting he's ready to dominate. Throughout his illustrious career from 1985 to 2005, Tyson racked up an astonishing 24 first-round knockouts. Interestingly, Paul was just a child when Tyson first rose to fame, and he was only 8 when Tyson's professional career took a downturn. Still, Jake believes that Tyson's choice to avoid interviews signals his focus on the upcoming challenge. Although Tyson has temporarily paused training, he's back in the gym, promising fans he'll be ready in a matter of weeks. Concerns about Tyson's health have surfaced, especially after he admitted to struggling to walk following a recent sparring session. In a recent interview, Paul suggested that Tyson's avoidance of interviews reflects his intense dedication. He just wants to train and be a savage. Despite criticism for challenging a boxing legend, Paul is driven by the desire to make history. At a recent press conference, he stated, "This is what it's all about for me. If I was walking on water, they'd say it's because I couldn't swim." Paul is fully aware of the stakes, acknowledging that many believe he'll be knocked out by Tyson's power. "You've got to risk it for the biscuit," he asserted, underscoring the thrill of facing such a fearsome opponent. Meanwhile, former cruiserweight champion Tony Bellew has issued a stern warning to Paul, stating he'd be eaten alive in the ring. Yet Paul remains undeterred, declaring, "It's Mike Tyson or nothing." He insists that Tyson is healthy and thriving in his training camp, despite the doubts surrounding his ability to handle the physical demands of the fight. Bellew has been vocal about his thoughts on Paul, criticizing his decision to face Tyson. While he claims not to be pursuing a fight with Paul, he wouldn't hesitate to engage if the conditions were right. He candidly said, "Do I want to? Not really, but would I?" Yes, everyone's got a price. As the fight draws near, concerns linger about Tyson's capacity to endure the rigorous physical toll that he once managed with ease. While many celebrate his indomitable spirit, cautionary voices suggest that the risks might outweigh the rewards. Figures across the boxing community, from current fighters to veteran trainers, offer a range of opinions, some praising Tyson's commitment and others questioning the prudence of his comeback. In the weeks leading up to the fight, Tyson's team
We're getting ready for you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
to reassess his training regimen, focusing on balancing intense workouts with adequate recovery to avoid setbacks. Fans eagerly await updates on Tyson's conditioning and whether he can maintain the legendary strength and endurance that have defined his career as the bout approaches. Tyson believes that implementing 2-minute rounds could lead to more dynamic exchanges in the ring. While this idea has its merits, it may not be as effective as hoped. Shorter rounds could help Tyson conserve energy for more powerful punches, but might also benefit Paul by easing his fatigue concerns. Paul even proposed a 10-round exhibition match with 3-minute rounds, but Tyson politely declined. There's speculation that Paul might gain an edge with heavier gloves, which could absorb some of Tyson's forceful punches. Although Tyson's current speed and agility remain uncertain, his training footage shows he still delivers formidable blows. He might also choose to use 14-ounce gloves, which could further influence the fight's dynamics. Meanwhile, Paul boasts an impressive record with 7 knockouts in just 11 bouts. The fight's regulations state the ring must be between 16 and 24 feet, with promoters having flexibility in size. Tyson likely prefers a smaller ring to minimize the distance he needs to chase Paul. Former heavyweight champion George Foreman commented on the glove size, noting that for a genuine puncher, heavier gloves don't diminish their power. Both fighters are standing firm on the terms of their highly anticipated clash, despite calls for adjustments. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation has officially approved the event, with both fighters set to wear 14-ounce gloves, which are heavier than standard boxing gear. As the bout approaches, Tyson warned Paul to be in shape, emphasizing that his health is on the line. Paul shot back, reminding Tyson that he initially suggested the 2-minute rounds and challenged him to consider the original proposal of 10 3-minute rounds. Paul remarked on the talks surrounding their fight, insisting he's ready to face Tyson whenever and wherever. With the date drawing near, anticipation continues to build around this match, promising to be a thrilling showdown between the boxing legend and the social media star. Stay tuned for more updates.